Hello, I was pretty much set to basically ignore Amber until she got back on her own channel, because she's been in the LCU, on this show, Lolcow Bus. It's a fucking joke. It's awful. The whole thing is fake and scripted as hell, which is why I wasn't going to react to it. However, the reason I've decided to react to it kind of relates to that. So there was an episode the other day, like 2 days ago, where Amber and the two other hosts, Sweet Tea and Scooter, start talking about Beck. And they bring up Beck and they set a goal. I think it's a goal of like $50, $20 donations or something like that. And they say, if we hit this goal, we'll get Beck on the show, right? Beck had not been contacted and had no interest in being on the show. So it was already quite messed up because they were talking about Beck, who is going through all this health stuff and who does not want to be involved in this whatsoever. But not only were they talking about Beck, they were using Beck's name to try and get Amber annoyed. And if you watch the episode, which we're going to watch in a second, and it's interesting now, it wasn't before, but now it is because it's been leaked that actually Amber and the hosts all had this planned. So not only were they talking about Beck, which is bullshit anyway, but they were purposefully doing it, and Amber was pretending that she wasn't in on the gag. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my fucking god. So not only is she talking about Beck, but she has made it seem like, in this episode, she wasn't planning it and she didn't know they were going to talk about Beck, and she's playing this role of being all angry about it, when actually she was in on it and knew that they were going to talk about Beck, and her storming off and quitting and all of that was totally planned. I do kind of feel like this whole LCU thing is a new low for Amber. We knew it was. I don't know, she was always talking about the LCU before she got demonetized. I don't know if she's going to get her monetization back. I'm sure the moment she does, she'll be straight off the LCU. There's no way she's going to keep doing this if she can make videos on her own channel. And she has been absolutely insufferable, and some of the stuff she said, I might make more videos in the future about the individual things that she said, but kind of the top line is she's told another 2 rarity stories, she's talked about Beck, she's talked about Feline, she and Emily are back together despite the fact that Emily is talking to multiple other people. I think if Amber knew what Emily was doing behind her back, well, she seems to know, I'm not sure, she would be absolutely livid. But the fact that the two of them are even together or back together is freaking crazy. But today we're going to talk about Beck. We're going to watch this episode and just go through the absolute fucking ridiculousness and hypocrisy of what is happening in this LCU episode. I will add that I'm watching Apathetic Facts cut of it because I did watch the whole episode, but it's 2 hours long and it's just so much crap and stuff that I can't watch again, frankly. So I'm going to drink a cup of tea and we're going to watch this together. Let's see the ridiculousness that Amberlynn has dropped to where she will literally use the name or allow the name of her ex-partner to be used for content, and she's in on the like the whole way through this episode. She's acting all angry, she's in on the joke, and you can tell in the way that they're speaking. This whole thing is fake. It's a total joke. I think the fact that anyone's even watching this is ridiculous, and the fact that people are donating money to this is crazy, but alas, let's watch it and let's see what we have to say.
How are we doing?
You should be lucky I'm here today. My name is Amberlynn, not Amber. And in the thumbnail, you put Amber versus Tina.
Is your name Amber or Amberlynn? Like
my name is Amberlynn.
That's your like.
This is so funny. This is a perfect example of her semantics. She goes, my name is Amberlynn. Technically, her name is Amber. First name Amber, second name Lynn. But my god, she's just insufferable. Anyway, let's just let them argue about her name for a second while I drink this tea.
Government name, as they say.
My birth certificate says Amberlynn Reid. Okay, well, out of respect, let's start there. So you should be lucky that I am here, because look at the views. If I wasn't here, the views would not be this high.
There's a lot of people out there that say I'm not doing enough to to push back on you.
That is literally all you're doing. That is genuinely all you're doing.
Okay, so it's not true, in my opinion, having watched quite a lot of these, well, all of these episodes now. I think this episode is one of the first ones where the feedback started to be positive in the comments for Scooter, because he was finally calling Amber on her shit. And when he put his foot to her neck and he tried, she just acted like an absolute crazy, insufferable narcissist, which I'm sure many of you have seen, hopefully through reaction channels. Fuck watching that directly. Scooter has, in part, tried to push Amber and say to her, like, what about this, what about this? But she is so wriggly, and the way that she behaves, she will not let 1 second of accountability happen. As soon as somebody shows proof of something, she wriggles out of it, which we're about to see with the Shrek thing. You're going to see it happen, like, literally right now.
Has been pushing back on me, being an op, being a Beck simp, doing research, sliding in like Snowflake's DMs or wanting to fuck him. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so she doesn't want anyone speaking to reaction channels or watching reaction channels because she doesn't like how we collate the evidence and prove that she's fucking lying. She's like so angry at her co-hosts for getting another side of the story because she doesn't like the fact that they will then know the truth about her. If she had nothing to hide or nothing to be embarrassed of, she wouldn't care if they listened to somebody else's side of the story. There's proof of every single claim, every single lie she tells in this show, there's proof, and people are sending the other hosts the proof, so that's quite helpful.
Going on with that, I don't know, I'm getting a little fed up. But you know what, he's divorced. You said you're willing to be a stepdad. He has a kid, you know.
You do not get to talk about other people.
I mean, that is exactly the case for Emily. Emily has a kid. And the kid, well, we know, I mean, I haven't made a video in so long about Girl World. I've kind of forgotten what things people do and don't know. So I'm like, if I accidentally say things that I'm not supposed to say in this video, I'm sorry. But yeah, Emily has a kid. And Amberlynn was incredibly jealous of Emily's kid and was angry with Emily for saving money to take her kid to Disneyland. Emily actually said that Amber and the kid got on okay at first because Amber is like a child. This is what she said to me. And she said that the two of them chatted about hair and makeup and stuff because they were both like toddlers. That was Emily's words.
People's children, ever, and then clutch your pearls the second someone even mentions Emily's kid. You've made that boundary crystal clear when it benefits you. So either kids are off limits across the board, or you don't get to scream hypocrisy when the same energy comes back around. You can't have it both ways.
Very
Detractor
true.
and detractor just falling in love together.
Oh.
Go for it.
So strange how she makes everything sexual. Also, detractor is a ridiculous word that's getting thrown around so much in this show. Then no one's a detractor, they're just saying their opinion. She's not like some sort of, I don't know, she's not like some sort of entity who we can detract from. It's just like, you're lying, here's proof of it. The end.
Tip, I don't give a fuck anymore. Grays are open. You bed bugs, mama. I'll show you a fucking bed bug.
We're not
when
doing
I
this.
shove it up your fucking behind.
We're not
Stop
doing
saying
this
it's
tonight.
sexy.
Dude,
Why you
Stop
have them
speaking
open?
up for Scooter. You either turn off the motherfucking stupid grays or I leave. It is.
that's so much better.
I have to say, I think every single person in Girl World like breathed a sigh of relief at that moment when Amber's voice suddenly stops going into your head and you just hear Scooter go, that's so much better. And everyone is like, yep. That was so funny. Also, her face looks hilarious in this screen grab. Mental. She's just a horrible, abusive, narcissistic piece of shit. And the fact that you can see her doing this on this live, I know she's doing it for the content, but this is who she is. This is how she behaves. This is what she has in the tank. This is the energy that she brings. Sorry if you can hear Molly barking at the mailman. Yeah, this is who she is, right? And she's showing us. And that's kind of in a funny way the beauty of this show, that at the very least, we're seeing Amber shout and rage and be exactly the way that we all knew that she was. We'd seen her do it on live. Now she's got other actual humans to do it to. There is something kind of novel about that because we're used to seeing her do it to her commenters or ignoring them. Here, she's got people actually attempting kind of to push back at her. And it's quite interesting to see that every single insult is sexual. Every single thing they say, she just jumps straight to ignoring, gaslighting, insulting, and every insult is about somebody's genitalia. It's really, really odd. We might get more into that later.
This is
Scooter.
total abuse. Did you just mute me?
No.
Tell me now, was I just silenced on my own fucking show where I'm literally the queen of it?
Crazy that she would say her own fucking show. It's Keemstar's show. Also, the way she keeps going the queen of it, it's not real. Like, I want to be like, oh, she's so narcissistic calling herself the queen. No, that's part of this whole shtick, right? She doesn't really think that. That's the role she's being paid to play on this show. She's trying purposefully to be combative. This whole show is just rage bait.
Tell me right now, was I just silenced on my own show? Mute me one more time, I'll show you mute when I never join the LCU again, or you'll be muted and kicked out forever. Hey, yo, mama, you want to be my co-host?
God, here we go again. You go to the same line every time. Like, I have
fucking line every time.
We had
If you do not
That mocking, like, she does it multiple times in this episode. She did it on the phone to Tammy, I think. That is her go-to. She is a 5-year-old.
close the chat. Okay, I'm gonna count down to 5.
You close
It's really
the
that
chat.
simple.
It's
I'll
fine.
treat you like a child if you want to act like one. 5.
What happens
Look,
when
we
you
got
reach
$1.
one?
I'm
Thank
gonna
you
leave.
for the $1, and
3,
shout out to Michelle for being. You're not leaving,
5,
dude. Chill
4,
out. Chill.
3.
No.
All right, 2, 1.
It's emojis.
She's got this really, really crazy one-dimensional character. The whole way through this, her whole personality is, I'm leaving, or insulting people. And I guess that they've probably said to her that her role is to bring the drama, which is what she's trying to do, because the show is flat without her, but with her, it's just obnoxious and unwatchable. So either way, it's kind of a lose-lose, you know?
It's just emojis.
Are you fucking serious?
Scooter said on Cash today that he's been messaging Beck and Snowflake.
You're messaging an actual op.
Beck, look, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get.
So I'm pretty sure that Scooter didn't ever message Beck. Or if he did, Beck didn't see it. So that's a bit strange. I don't know why he allows this... Well, I know exactly why. He allows this narrative to come through, but then he admits here that he never spoke to Beck. And he's about to admit that he hasn't even messaged Beck. This whole thing is just so freaking fake.
Get into that.
So you are messaging them.
That's not what I'm saying. I just look. I feel like I
Then
should.
why can't you say no?
You messaged Beck.
I did.
What did you f***ing say?
We're not doing this. Well, let's.
No, what did you say?
I have not talked to.
The fact that she's so angry about somebody potentially speaking to Beck is like, she doesn't want anyone's side of the story to come across. She just wants complete control. She can't stand the concept that somebody might speak to Mr. Snowflake or might speak to somebody who knows about her. And the reason that these creators dislike her and have a problem with her is what she's done. Like myself, Mr. Snowflake, anyone who makes content about Amber, they don't dislike her because they've watched other reaction channels. They dislike her because they've watched her and they've filmed the process of themselves watching her. So you can go back on their channels and see their attitude towards her change as time goes on. But she calls these people detractors and says that reaction channels lie about her. We literally, all we've done is look at what she's done, react to it, and decide that she's horrible. And you can see it in this very video.
Beck as of yet.
Are you planning to?
Oh, ignores the question.
I want to go back to yesterday where we were talking about Shrek, and you said you don't know what.
Jacopolypse, the people demand Albert Dan. At
Look.
Eleanor Exandride's super shattered
Listen.
90, you'd think someone that huge would have thicker skin.
Fuck up with your fat phobic f***ing bullshit. And Albert
I mean, technically, the fatter you are, the thinner your skin is because it's stretched out by more fat.
Dan is actually my boyfriend.
Now, yesterday you said that you didn't know what.
Fucking Snowflake. What is this loser doing on the screen?
Well, okay, so yesterday you said that you didn't know what Shrek was. Well, I found this clip,
Maybe
or
if
rather,
you
somebody
wanted to
sent
be
me
a
this
nice-
clip.
Well, if you wanted to be a nice co-host, you could help me figure out what is Shrek, what will I be dressing up as? But no, of course not. You don't want to fucking tell me anything.
So basically, in the previous live, she says that she doesn't know what Shrek is, which is obviously completely untrue. Scooter here has got proof, good proof, that she knows who Shrek is. We already have other proof that she knows who Shrek is. Not only does she know who Shrek is, she certainly watched Shrek because she called me Lord Farquaad. So she does know what Shrek is. And the fact that she's trying to make out that she doesn't, it's just crazy. It's odd. It's like, why double down on such a ridiculous lie that's so provable? And the way she behaves here when somebody has evidence of her lie is exactly how we would expect. She doesn't let them speak, she talks over them, she's obnoxious and bolshy, trying to stop them from making their point because she knows that their point's going to make her look really bad.
You just want to fucking make fun of me the whole time.
If you guys want to know a random fact about Feline,
I don't.
Shrek-
I want tea.
Here's the tea.
Yeah, me
doing
too.
nothing
Here comes
for
the
me
tea.
on a
Just wait, just
Saturday
wait.
Evening, okay.
is her
I'm sorry, but I love Zachary Michael. I don't give a fuck. Like, I love him.
favorite
Them.
movie. She's seen it like maybe 300 times.
I mean,
300
relatable.
times.
So,
300 times she's seen Shrek.
I will say Shrek is one of the best movies ever made. The only movie better than Shrek is Shrek 2. And that doesn't happen very often. Normally the second movie is not as good as the first one.
Shrek.
Where's that evidence at all?
Well, that,
Listen,
See, Sweet Tea is so dumb. She goes, how is that? I mean, I don't know if she's dumb. I don't think she's actually dumb. She's just pretending to be dumb because that's her character, right? She's the nice, sweet, not comic relief, but I don't know, gentle feminine relief or whatever the hell her role is. She goes, how's that evidence at all? Her saying that her girlfriend has watched a movie 300 times and she knows the name of the movie. Why am I even getting into this? She knows what Shrek is. This is just stupid.
I mean, she knows Shrek's her favorite movie.
That doesn't mean you know the movie, though.
Bingo. Do you know who Sabrina Carpenter is? Do you know what she looks like? Probably not, because you're fucking dumb.
No, I
You
do.
can know the name, but not know what they look like.
Here's what I'm finding hard to believe. So you knew Feline watched Shrek like 300 times, but you don't even know what Shrek is. Like, I'm supposed to believe that?
So this whole, she just did it there, this head in the hands and going, oh my god, it's frustration. And it is frustration at somebody who is pushing back on one of her lies. This is classic Amber. She hates it when anybody can prove that she's lying. She will not just go, you know what, I actually have seen Shrek. Or, when I said I hadn't seen Shrek, I don't know why I said that was stupid, sorry. And just leave it. But she goes to her grave on every single lie, no matter how much it can be disproven. This Shrek thing is stupid. It doesn't matter whether or not she's seen Shrek. It's not an important lie, but the way she behaves and acts here highlights other far more important lies, like the Casey lie, for example. The fact that she's doubling down so hard on this shows she won't even admit that she lied or misspoke about Shrek. She would never admit that she lied about Casey. It just kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a really good snapshot on a much smaller scale of what she does do and has done the whole way through her YouTube career.
We never watched it together. All you ever do is take me out of context. All everyone ever does is take me out of context.
Saying that she's being taken out of context. It's just a fumbling attempt to silence anyone who can prove anything that she said is a lie. She won't admit even to a single lie, because even one starts to make the house of cards fall down, right? It's just entertaining to watch her fumble over such a stupid lie.
It's literally...
Okay.
I also know, I know what Russia is, but where the is it located? I wouldn't know what it looked like if
That's not a good analogy.
someone put it in front of my face. I'd be like, oh, look, that's just a...
Big ALAVE insults are so telling of how racist you are. Insults are childish. You will never
Bitch,
be
I don't know
married,
what the f
will
you're talking
never
about. I
have
don't give a
children,
f about a single
adopted
thing
or
that you're saying.
fostered.
I don't care
You
that
are
you
showing
spent
a
$20.
full
It's
shelf
probably
and
the
no
only
one will
$20
forget
that you
how
have.
Can you
silly
not-
are.
I really do not give a f.
Her trying to finance shame somebody. Oh, you spent $20. It's probably the only $20 you have. You've been trying to sell your used shoes on Facebook.
At all. I'm just getting pissed off with everything. Like, talking to Beck, talking to Snowflake, having the snowflakes, having the grays, having the this, doing this, and the blue fucking hat, your stupid blue fucking hat. I come on
That there is just more proof that this is all completely fake. I'm just going to get through this so we can get to the Beck stuff, because that's the only part that's actually interesting.
the show. I'm like, yes, Kim, I'm so ready, yay! And then I'm just abused.
Oh
I
my
am
God,
co-host
dude.
abused. I am abused. I'm gaslit. I think you're the fucking narcissist. He acts like, oh, Amberlynn treats me like crap, but really it's you, and this is called reactive abuse. Yeah, because you.
So, no. that somebody taught her the word reactive abuse, and that person is an imbecile. Or she probably got it from ChatGPT. This whole thing is fake anyway, but even if it was real, she's shouting at somebody and then blaming them for making her upset and making, quote unquote, making her shout. No, you're just an arsehole who chose to shout at someone. Reactive abuse is a different thing. And her, fast and loose use of the word, that was very rhymey, her fast and loose use of the word abused shows how easy it is for her to lie, how little this word means to her. She's happy to accuse people of abuse. She doesn't care what it actually means or how serious it actually is.
You've triggered me.
What?
At ALR, you're the size of Russia. Are you being fatphobic to a country?
I just spilled tea all over myself. Sorry, I had to wipe tea off myself if that got screwed up. Apologies.
You're big enough to take up 75%.
You're so dumb. I
of
bet
all
you're
available
Can you
land
stop?
area
Your
in
mom's
the entire
money to
country
post
of
that.
Russia.
Can you
Don't have
Dumb fuck.
cats. Snowflake
Can you stop
emoji,
talking over the
snowflake
donos,
emoji,
please?
Snowflake
I can do
emoji,
whatever I want.
Snowflake emoji.
Okay, I will mute you during the donos if I have to. You're
I think if anyone believes that the way she's acting here is anything other than a performance, they're totally wrong. People are watching this and then going, oh, this is how Amber really is. Maybe sometimes, sure. If it comes to her so naturally, then clearly this is how she really is. But I think in this instance, she's playing herself. She's playing a hammed up version of herself. This yelling and shouting and stuff, she's doing it for the show. It's not actually indicative of how she would really behave. I think she would behave this way in an argument if she needed to, but right now you can tell that it's forced. She's like squeezing this out. She would never go on Lolcow Live before, even though she had been invited. As soon as her channel was demonetized, she's doing this, which, like, there's no shame in wanting to make money, but don't pretend that you're being real or you're being yourself. She is playing up to this. Of course she is, right? She's on a podcast. This podcast was doing fuck all. Was it a podcast? This show was doing fuck all before she came back onto it.
You're not going to talk over the donos.
You will not silence me on my own show.
I mean, you've always said if they want to talk shit, they can put it on a 20. So if they're going to talk, they can put it on a 20, and they're going to...
Fair play, Scooter gave her, that's very true. And listen to how she responds.
Get
they
their
can
words
talk
out.
shit all they want, and I can talk shit back, yeah?
Yeah, just let them finish their point. Like that's...
Yeah, so Scooter's got a completely good point. I mean, I don't like the guy, but he's got a very good point there. And Amber she doesn't care about reason. She just wants to be fucking awful. He's making a really good point. He's saying, yeah, you can respond. Just let the donos play so that the person who paid gets their fucking idiot who paid gets their message read out. She doesn't give a shit about anyone but herself.
This was a crazy thing.
But you don't want me to finish my point.
No.
Okay.
See, yes, that's like, you don't want me to finish my point. Yeah, you can finish your point. All she's done is bloody talk. Imagine having an argument with her. Like, imagine actually having an argument with her. She is insufferable.
This is something you have been doing for the past 3 days now, where anytime I try to talk, you just start talking over me. But I'm the narcissist. Okay.
So if the person's making a really good point, every time I try and talk, you talk over me. And she goes, okay, in that angry, dismissive manner. That is her giving us an insight into how she behaves in real life. And I know I say she's just playing up to it, but I think that is how she really is. Good point from somebody, a fair point, a fair argument, and she just goes, okay, won't listen. I can't believe anybody's actually watching this unfiltered. This is horrendous.
Scooter's a liar. What was the thing yesterday? I don't fucking know, but send that 100 times over, because Scooter's a fucking liar. Scooter's a fucking op, and all of it. If you guys love me and support me, donate $20. Scooter is a liar. Scooter is an op. Scooter is a liar. Scooter is an op. You're making everybody hate me. This is all your fault.
She's been hated for far longer than Scooter's even known who she is, probably.
Trust me? Okay, can I just get real with you for 1 second?
No, actually don't.
I'm not making people hate you. You're making people hate you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay, for one, you don't answer questions. Number two, you just start talking over me. Like, whenever I'm trying to ask a question or trying to make a point, you'll just start talking. You'll get one guy constantly.
You are so dumb.
Scooter just defends you always. Lol.
I've done a lot of defense for you, and I would like to continue.
Tell me where and tell me when and tell me how.
The past 2 weeks, do I not get any goodwill for you for listening to your story, being unbiased? I'm sorry, but
I do think that Scooter has tried to ask her questions and let her get her side of the story out. The problem is that Scooter's not sufficiently educated on Amber. So if you had somebody in that, not that they would ever do it or need to do it, but for example, Geordie or somebody who knows the law could say to her, this is exactly what the question is. She would have to leave the call because she couldn't answer, because she would just get unraveled. Scooter knows just enough to make the drama for the show interesting and piss Amber off, but he doesn't actually know enough to nail down her bullshit. He says that he's been trying to get her side of the story out, and I think he has been kind of trying to do that, but he's just let her talk and just believed her lies. He's gone, okay, well, I've heard your side now, so that must be true. What he doesn't realise, and what he's fundamentally missing, and what most of the people I think on this show are missing, the hosts and stuff, they don't know the Amber law, but also they don't know that fundamentally, to her core, Amber is a liar. She will lie about anything. The truth doesn't matter. So you can hear her side of the story. She will sound convincing because she believes her own shit. But there's no point wasting time listening to Amber's side of the story because it's not actually the truth, which is why such a huge community of reaction channels have risen up around her, because there is always proof that she's lying, which is exactly what Scooter found in a small way with reference to this Shrek thing. I think if Amber does stay on this show, the only way the show is watchable is if Scooter learns more of the law, or whoever. I mean, it doesn't seem like Sweet Tea's going to do it, and push back on her shit.
Oh, no. Okay, so anyways, some stuff went down today on Rebel and Queens.
Because they cannot make money unless they say my name. I watched too. They made the most money when they were Amberlynn can't wait, Amberlynn Reid, Amberlynn this. Oh look, I do wash my hair. I'm gonna show my shampoo. Tina, you're so dumb. I can show things too. It doesn't mean I use them.
Welp, that's a clip that's gonna be used against her, hahahaha.
Well, what I will say on that point is I thought it was kind of funny because, like, Mike popped up like 10 minutes into Queens after she'd gone on a rant with you. You're like, dude, why are you talking about ALR so much? And then he looked at the fucking numbers like, oh, okay, I keep talking about Amberlynn, excuse me, sorry.
Oh, so Mike's on their side. Okay. I have loved this. It has been great. It has been grand. It has been the time of my life. This is going to be my last show, I have a feeling.
Yeah, it wasn't. She came back the one after.
Super chatted $19.99.
Growing balls.
Thank you, Scooter, for finally growing balls. We appreciate you asking questions and doing your research. Sweet tea, I love you, but you need to open your eyes.
It's so funny. Look at her face. It's so funny watching her be muted. Look how horrified she is at the idea that her voice would not be front and centre when somebody who's paid to have their message read out is actually having their chance to say their piece. Only her voice, only her narrative is ever good enough or allowed to be out.
All right, thank you very much.
It is muting me.
If you're going to talk over the donations, I'm going to mute you. I said that. That's a pretty easy line.
You muted her.
Oh my god, dude. I'm not going to get gaslit by you.
Sweet tea, last night Amber was making fun of someone because they didn't have teeth. Why are you still kissing her ass? Call her on her bull.
That's very true. And also, not only that, there's a live, I think it's the next one. Oh no, it's this one. I don't know if it'll be in this cut, but somebody, Tina, the woman with the blue hair, who's like absolutely unbearable, she comes onto this show, she's shouting at Amber and talking about the size of Amber's legs. And Amber goes, "At least I have legs, bitch." And when I heard that, I was like, man, Mr. Snowflake needs to remake this video, the ableism of Amberlynn Reid, wherever I've put it, because that is the most ableist comment ever. And then Tina starts shaking her amputated legs, which have got prosthetic legs or whatever the correct word is for that, up and down. But it's like, she literally said, "At least I have legs, bitch," to somebody who's an amputee. It's so awful. Like, she is evil, like a horrible person.
Oh shit, Scooter woo.
I gotta say something about that, because I seen a detractor channel talking about it too. You were saying Tina has no teeth and was making fun of her for that. And I was thinking, well, you know, she's never made fun of my missing teeth. And plus, Tina came after us first.
Take that fucking raglan bleed and shove it up your ass. I hope one day you become a raglan bleed.
What I think it comes down to...
I have something about that woman. That woman that said that. She said that she felt bad for saying that, and she probably shouldn't have. But she was like saying it because you wouldn't like clean your rags.
I cleaned my rags. I'm the cleanest person you'll ever meet. How much to mute her for the rest of the night?
If I'm not here, this goes down to like 10 views, bro. You don't want to mute me.
Chatted $20. ALR equals another lying regard. Let's discuss they. Please don't gloss over this. Scooter, she lacks accountability and knows one tactic to use her big R belly to deflect and bounce things off. Answer the question, Big Back Besh.
Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Yeah, my thing is like, when did this become an Amberlynn Reid show? This should genuinely be called Lol-Cow Bus Amberlynn Reid. Or Lol-Cow Amberlynn Reid.
Shattered 9 Lymphedema Lynn, my BF, and I just want to congratulate you on your weight gain journey. Watching you grow to the size of a beluga whale has brought us immense joy. Light blue heart emoji, snowflake emoji, snowflake emoji, snowflake emoji, heart hands emoji.
Sorry, that audio is horrendous. I don't know. People have been talking about whether she's gained weight or lost weight. I don't really care. It's not very interesting to me how fat she is. It's kind of a negligible difference. If she's lost 30 pounds or she's gained 30 pounds, like, it's not going to make a tangible difference to her longevity. But she has been trying to say that she's a weight loss Lynn. I don't think so. And I think that somebody found that she had lied in the weigh-in episode of this show, and she had like put a tear on her scale, and actually she's 300 kilos. I don't know how accurate that is, but if she's 300 kilos, that's 661 pounds, making her BMI 120, I think. So That's fucking wild. Yeah, I mean, she's been, from the beginning, she's been more interested in her content and making YouTube videos than she ever has in her health. She doesn't care. And she's dating Emily again, so she definitely doesn't care.
Emoji,
You
spouting
can look a lot
emoji.
skinnier than
I'm
you
so
used to.
sexy. You hate it.
I can't believe
Narcissists talk over people when they're scared someone is going to out them, and they also talk in circles and don't give straight answers.
Isn't that just everybody?
You know what? Fuck it.
Scooter is a liar, Scooter is an op, Scooter is a liar, Scooter is an op, Scooter is a liar, Scooter is an op. ALR is a liar, ALR is an op, Sweet Tea is a ALR simp, Sweet Tea is a shell of her former self. ALR is a liar, ALR is an op, Sweet Tea is a
everything.
ALR simp. Sweet Tea
fucking
used to
dumb.
be awesome. Galway.
I'm going to have to cut loads of this out because this is just unbearable. Her putting on those pig ears. Did you know that the pig nose and the pig ears is like a known thing in feederism? So her putting, she hasn't done it right now, but there's a clip where it's in one of the previous episodes where she puts on the pig nose and the pig ears. I don't know if she bought it for this or if she bought it to take photos for Emily, but that, if you go and have a look in any like feederism circles or threads or anything, and I've done various research for different videos, I've seen some stuff, and some of the stuff is that is a thing. It's like a known thing, wearing the pig nose and the ears and sending photos to your significant, well, to your feeder, and just funny that she happens to have those items in her house.
World loves you, Scooter. Heart hands emoji.
How's that make you feel, big boy?
My ass is quitting.
No, okay, so here's what I was gonna say.
As soon as someone says "Go Wild Love Scooter," my ass is quitting. Gosh, I'm running out of ways to say it. It's almost like this is just, let's just get to the Beck stuff because this is just vapid.
Before
Bye.
before the donos came in,
You didn't care at first, and then you just started to care now?
because I came across new information. Like,
Go away 2026 super chatted $20. Finally reaping what you sow, Amber, to all the people you've abused. You can fool Sweet Tea and the people here who haven't followed you throughout the years, but not us who have. P.S. Sweet Tea, please get educated in Amber law.
The only way you can get educated on someone is to fucking meet them and know them, you dumb.
Yeah, so that's not true. You can get educated on someone. I mean, it's true that if you meet someone in real life, you can catch their vibe and see what kind of person they are, yeah. But if they film themselves on the internet for 14 years and they've said things and then they've said things that oppose those things directly and they can't both be true, you can know that person's a liar. You don't have to have met them for that to be the case. I mean, we know all kinds of things about all kinds of people that we've never met, right? So this is dumb.
see, I agree with that. You should hear from their mouths what they say, and that's where the Beck stuff came from.
Right, we're going to get into Beck now, but that's not, well, I mean, that would work, Scooter, if that person wasn't a documented pathological liar.
This is reactive abuse. This is what they've created. On the outside, I'm a bubbly, sweet little angel. But here I'm the devil, bitch.
Your legal name is Amber. Stop with the BS. Your middle name is Lynn. Not even your mother calls you Amberlynn because it's not your name.
That smile, that face, that smile is, yeah, we know that's true anyway, but you can tell just from her face. Her name is not Amberlynn, her name is Amber. Amber Reid.
Also jow up and act like an adult. No one cares about your baby talking. At Yeah Zombie 182 super chatted $21.46. Amberlynn, I heard that in 1992 you poked her tongue out at her grandmother and called her an old bag. Take accountability.
With the name stuff, look,
Is your name Scooter? Your birth certificate? We need to cancel Locale Live. We need to cancel Locale Queens. Our show needs to run 6 hours because this is where it's at.
I agree. It takes
that face. This is where it's at. Oh man, how is anyone watching this?
It's about 2 hours to get one answer out of you.
Which
is
yeah, true. It does seem to take 2 hours to get one answer out of her, and then the answer that you get is a lie.
Hey, if we get 6 hours, I might get like 3 answers during a stream. That'd be an improvement.
Someone sent me a clip of Amber saying that Beck was on the payroll. And that's the only question I have about it, Amber. That's the only question I have.
Beck literally got paid by me. I paid for their everything.
Yeah, she was your employee.
They
Or,
were
excuse
my
me,
girlfriend,
sorry,
my friend, my roommate.
Did they have
Are
like
we
a
really going back
W-2
to this?
from it? Or was it just under the table?
So she goes, are we really going back to this? And here we are. So this is the Beck stuff. So Amber knows that this is going to come up and she's acting like she doesn't know. She's going, are we really going to go back to this? And pretending to be all pissed off. This was orchestrated and we know that now. I think the fact that we know it was orchestrated is also orchestrated, but it doesn't change the fact. And fundamentally, what we need to admit and understand here is that Amber had Beck in a situation where they had to quit their job to look after Amber, and Amber said, I'll take care of you financially. So there's an agreement there. I'll take care of you financially, you take care of me physically, you drive, you wipe, you do whatever you need to do, and that's the agreement. And that's fine. There's no shame in having a carer, there's no shame in needing a carer. It's just that after the fact, she's now going back and trying to lie about it. And that's where the problem is. Amber also revealed that Beck used to come back from work and wipe her, but Beck didn't have a job since right near the beginning of their relationship. So that proved that Amber did in fact get wiped the whole time they were together, or from right near the beginning of the relationship. Emily, because she's clearly a snake, as everybody knows, I think, she has confirmed that it is true that Amber was doing the wiping thing, the washcloth thing at her house. So yeah, that's also true. And she's confirmed that since all of this stuff. So Amber did not wipe herself, she was not able to, and she still probably isn't. And again, there's no shame in that, in the sense that if you can't wipe, you do what you need to do. And I'm not going to be like, gross, you had to come up with some sort of mechanism to get it done, because if you can't do it, you can't do it, right? I'm never going to shame someone for that. But what I will shame is using somebody else's washcloths, refusing to wipe the sink down, being offended when somebody puts a spray of bleach there and saying, use this please, and getting all offended and taking it personally. Beck was Amber's carer. That is definitely true, and she just won't admit that. So fundamentally, everything else that gets said about the situation is false, and it's based on an incorrect assumption that they were in a relationship that did not involve somebody being somebody else's carer. That is what that relationship was. Let's let them get into the Beck stuff and just really pay attention to how Amber behaves here. She knew that this was coming up, but she acts like she didn't.
Or just from your bank account.
Just from my bank account, bro.
Amber, for the people meeting you this week, you're not making a very good first impression. Curb the damn attitude and stop reading the chat.
Okay.
Bro, let her quit. Let her break her contract. Boss has picked up members and views from this fiasco, but ALR has demonstrated exactly who she tried to pretend she's not. No growth.
We want...
You want no entertainment if it fucking smacked you in the face. If I wasn't here, y'all wouldn't be here. Point blank, period. You want me to just be an angel to it? You want me to just be like, yeah, you're all correct. You weren't there. You weren't there in my toilet. You're not there in my rags. You're not there in my relationship. You're not there. You're not there. You're not there in my bank account.
Yeah, but the people who were there have come out and told their story. So we do know.
Yes, but everything you're saying is absolutely correct because you were a fly on the wall. You are absolutely right. Every single rumor and conspiracy is 100% truth. No, that's not going to fucking happen, dumb fucks.
Is there anything you want to take accountability for that you haven't yet?
That I haven't?
Wow, that was probably the first good question that we've seen in the last 16 and a half minutes of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, you know, I was controlling, anxious attachment. Like, I always...
I mean, anxious attachment is not her fault. If she has an anxious attachment style, it's because of her upbringing. So that's one of those two things that's actually kind of not her fault. I mean, how you behave is your fault, but I take accountability for having anxious attachment. Anxious attachment isn't a behaviour. It's how you behave, right? That's what you need to be taking accountability for. But this is a waste of time because she never will. She's just going to list the load of stuff that she's already admitted to.
Always wanted my partner near me 24/7. I was very jealous.
Oh my god, every time she's asked for accountability, she reframes it into something she's already handled, so she never has to sit with the actual criticism.
Is it true?
Absolutely true. And also, we've all seen the car video. We've all seen the way that she stood in Emily's car, wouldn't leave her alone. She did that to Emily. She did that to every single partner, I'm sure. So we've seen video proof of her doing this. Her only defense is to say that other people are lying, but actually she's lying. And the only reason she's lying is because she can't admit what she's done, you know?
That like whenever Beck like had spare change and stuff, like you were
I heard that.
You were
I seen
afraid
that.
that like you told them that they can't keep it because you were afraid they were gonna leave
Time
you.
out. Both of you
I
heard
seen
that
that.
and seen that, so both of you are watching like reaction channels a lot.
We're trying
Like,
to learn about you.
You're in that deep.
I just want
You don't have to be in deep to have. That's on Beck's own channel. That doesn't have to be from a reaction channel. But it's true. Beck did say that.
to see what they were saying about our episodes.
I'm trying to learn about you. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm just asking you, is that a true
okay,
story or not?
Beck had a container that they would put coins in, and I would say, oh, is that your breakup fund?
And like,
So it's true. She admits it's true then.
Were the
Okay.
coins like commandeered or anything? And like, what? Like, why would you say that though?
Were they who?
Like, did you like take the coins?
No, I didn't touch the coin.
But I don't think Beck ever, I could be wrong, I don't think Beck ever said Amber took the coins. I think Beck said Amber didn't like them collecting them. And then she would say things like, oh, is that your breakup fund? Which is exactly what Amber's just said. So actually, Amber's just shown that another part of Beck's story is true, which makes it even more likely that other parts of Beck's story are also true. You know what I mean?
And
it
was only ever a joke. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I have a dry sense of humor, and sometimes my sense of humor falls very flat, and it sounds serious, but that was not serious.
Did they take it seriously?
Maybe.
ALR. You need mental help, girly pop. The way that you rage and make insults sexual, last night's stream, is seriously concerning, scary, and gross. What happened?
Yeah, it is really odd. I don't think it's in this stream, but in the previous stream last night, it was all very vaginal. There was lots of comments about labia and the size of people's labia, and it was really odd. It was really misogynistic, to be honest. And she talks about herself, and she claims to be a lesbian. I've always had my doubts about that, but, you know, it's not my place to tell someone what their sexuality is. But it was really misogynistic and odd how she was talking about somebody having a cockroach in their vagina, and then the only reason their vagina got wet was because the cockroach peed. It was like listening to two 6-year-olds insulting each other. It was so immature.
Happened with Beck's inheritance. At Pancake 2397 super chatted night.
This is like a lot. Like, it's like torturous for 2 hours straight. I really do not see myself doing this.
No, okay, here's good. Like, we keep getting derailed. I'm literally gonna have to skip some of the fucking Rebel stuff. So let me just summarize.
Okay, sorry, I'll fucking shut my trap, even though I'm the fucking main character here.
Scooter has been messaging Beck. You'll find the questions he asks won't ever aired on other channels. He's getting them directly from Beck.
That's not true. That's not true. Nothing that he's said so far has come from anywhere other than Beck's own channel or Beck's interview with Mr. Snowflake, I think.
He said it on Cash.
Yeah, from her videos. I've said that the whole time, from her videos.
Have you messaged Beck? Are you lying to me?
No.
That's the look of a liar.
So funny that she thinks she could see the look of a liar. There's like, it takes one to know one response, but then there's also you fucking hypocrite, how dare you call someone else a liar when that's literally your entire brand.
I mean, what the fuck is the plan?
I want to go back to
there
what...
is a plan.
I want to go back to what Sweet Tea said. She called you Amber, and you didn't freak the fuck out like you've been freaking the fuck out on me for saying Amber.
I've been calling you Amber by mistake for a while, and I have noticed that you didn't notice, and then I was trying to fix it, but...
ALR, you're the main character here because we have limited space and you big. Choosy Lynn Reid, stop saying point blank bear. It's giving ratchet hot Cheeto white girl in middle school.
What?
It's not cute. Genuine question though, did you actually use the scooters in Womit because of your heel spur?
First of all, I had hot Cheetos last night and it was amazing. Secondly, yes, I've used scooters in Walmart for several reasons.
Fuck,
Yeah.
I've used a scooter in a Walmart before because I was feeling lazy as fuck, I'm gonna be honest.
I bet
There
you
it
have
is, folks.
Did you know that walking, I think it's walking only 8,000 steps per day reduces your likelihood of getting dementia by 60%. Very interesting fact. Found that out yesterday.
Scooter have no reason to use it. He's not as big as you. He ain't got no disabilities.
Okay.
I mean, that was kind of funny. Little comments like that make me think that Sweet Tea wants to turn on Amber. She just can't because she knows. I think Sweet Tea is more clever than she's being given credit for, and she's pretending not to be mad at Amber because little comments like that show that actually I think she is purposefully being nice so that Amber doesn't quit. She's playing good cop, you know?
You know, I had a broken leg and I was tired of
Take
missing
Scooter team or Team Scooter out of your bullshit messages.
Zombie100, isn't it true that you are the one that offered to help Tina get back on Queens? Be honest.
Okay, I feel like Beck going on Queens would be absolutely absurd. Tina has no involvement in this relationship. She doesn't know anybody on either side of the relationship. She doesn't know the history.
And knows that I am better than Tina. I get more views. My name is more famous. I'm more famous. I'm more beautiful. Is Beck coming on Queens?
No.
Don't let Amber deflect her questions. You did a great job forcing her to admit she left Beck with $100 and kept $100,000 to herself. Watch Apathetic Facts and Snowflake for job. It's pathetic.
I'm not broke,
you
you
post
dumb
every
fuck.
online.
Oh, you're fake as fuck. You're liking all the hates.
I like every single comment. If people want to donate to our stream, I'm going to like their comment. Appreciate it. Anybody that donates, whether it's $2, $50, $500, I appreciate it. Thank you, and I will like your comment. Jesus Christ.
I want you.
Amber, you manipulate, and you're playing up on this show. I mean, us paying so we can say something means you're laughing to the bank, but at what cost? Think about that at night. It's never too late to change.
Okay, I have a question to ask.
Trout mouth again, bitch. I'll show you trout. My trout mouth is prettier than any y'all's mouth has ever seen in your life.
What the fuck's a trout mouth?
My mouth is a trout mouth. It has a. My mom has the same thing.
Oh, like, okay, I see what you're saying.
This is reactive abuse.
Wait, stop. Why do you keep using that word? Like abuse
I've
is
never
not...
heard that.
Because I say it how it is.
Two wrongs don't make a right, though. Like that's kind of.
I'll show you two wrongs to make a right, blue hat, bitch.
Change
I hope
the hat.
that woman gets a good look at me because I'm not coming back.
Okay, stop.
This is so crazy. I'm sorry. I've just been watching this like straight without saying anything for like 60 seconds, but this is I'm it's inexplicable how awful this content is. I'm hoping they get to the Beck stuff soon, but as you can see, they're kind of building it, and Amber is saying, is Beck coming on, yes or no? Amber knows that that's not what's going to happen. This was all planned, orchestrated, and in a minute, or soon anyway, Scooter's going to put a goal on to try and get people to donate so that Beck can come onto the show, and Amber gets all fake angry about it. And Beck is recovering from serious surgery and may still go on to find out. I don't think there's been an answer about the lung nodules, whatever the word is for it. So talking about Beck like this and dragging their name into this and forcing Beck to have to make this statement is so fucking low.
Saying that shit, Jesus.
Here's my bat wings.
Maybe
I'm not going back.
Scooter, you need to make a challenge to have Amber do live weigh in on her talking scale, not the broken scale she's been using.
So I've just paused. This clip up here, this thing you can see in the top left corner, I think that's it is Lolcow Queens. And these guys do a similar show. I do not know who is watching this crap. I really don't. Amber is by far the most famous person on the LCU now, I think. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know who any of these people are. But this person here, Tina, I think her name's Tina with the blue hair, she's the one who's the amputee that Amber made this comment to. And she is unwatchable. Like, seriously unwatchable, in my opinion.
Using.
You have a
I don't have talking scales anymore, bitch. The scale that I've been using is $300, so shove that up your behind.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about the scale stuff. I don't care about how much she weighs. It doesn't matter to me. She needs to lose weight to help her mobility, but her lying about the scale or whatever, like that's her weight, as I've always said, this is just not that interesting. I don't know if Apathetic added this music, but it's kind of funny because of the Shrek slight Gingy Shrek reference, or Ginger. What's his name? Yeah, Gingy, the little guy from Shrek. Ugh, God, this is painful when I'm only 20 minutes through. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Have you ever taken LSD and then just sat and stared at a wall, or like put on music, and your brain goes into this weird like hum vibration space where you're watching something and you're just like, whoa, what is going on? Like, that is how I feel watching this. I'm looking at this and my brain is like,
Thank you very much. Not Keemstar or Keemstar. I mean, yeah, W's for Keemstar in the chat, guys.
Oh, her arm looks really sore. She's got so many red marks on her arm. Ouchie. She needs some Sudocrem.
Don't scam.
If you have...
Are you gonna break the chair the same way you broke the couch in the retirement home during the density era? Rain and Petals eavesdrop. I broke the wrong couch.
I did not fucking
Raymond's
break the couch,
eavesdrop. I
bitch.
broke the wrong couch.
So I'm at work right now, and we have a Christmas tree. All right, Casey. What do you mean? What's wrong?
Do that to me? No, God dang.
She's so out of breath. This is 11 years ago and she's this out of breath walking across a room. She's all smiley though. It's kind of nice to see her smile. I don't know. I want her to go back on her channel, man. This locale thing is too much for me. I was enjoying the normal Amber. I mean, for a given value of enjoying the normal Amber content.
I'll stop.
Oh, shit. Quit, I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna pee.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm gonna pee.
Oh my god, you're so dumb. I did not break a fucking couch. Fine $20 and say something more smart and clever than that.
All right.
And yes, I'm fucking out of breath. I'm over 500 pounds and I just danced, okay? I shook my fucking ass for Albert,
Dude.
okay? I'm out of breath. Bitch, I'm balding because I went through fucking
Stop
menopause,
getting
bitch. I don't have any
one-eyed. We're gonna play the
estrogen
clip.
running through.
I saw this thing, come to think of it, where apparently, even if you have a full hysterectomy, they still don't take your ovaries. I don't know if that's true. I don't know, but if they didn't take her ovaries, then she may still have some estrogen. I mean, going through menopause can cause hair thinning and other stuff, right? So shaming her for her hair is like kind of dumb. Shame her for being a raging Don't shame her because of her hair loss, you know, that's not really her fault.
Through me.
Beck has been navigating a life-altering health crisis. Dragging them into this nonsense is morally reprehensible even for Amber, for whom the bar is subterranean. Here's $20, loser. You need it since you're unhireable.
Loser. So Beck can throw me in their bullshit whenever the fuck they plan to, no matter what? Okay, cool.
Right. Did Beck start talking about Amber because Amber was talking about Beck? Or didn't Beck come out initially because Amber had said something about them? I don't remember.
Cool.
And they're talking about past stuff that people want you to take accountability for.
You know, you said something.
Like, I'm tired of these fat phobic ableist bullshit people.
You literally made fun of Tina for being fat.
Well,
she made fun of Tina for being fat, and not only fat, but also she said, at least I have legs. This is the third time I've mentioned this in this video, so clearly I'm mad about it. She said that to Tina. She said to Tina, at least I have legs, bitch. And then Tina turned to the side, moves her legs up. She's a fucking double amputee. Like, what a bitch. That is so ableist.
Amber first.
Scooter waffle stomps
At
and
Sinister
eats his poop.
Slop super chatted $20.
We're not doing that. I actually want to go back to something
Scooter
you said
eats
earlier.
his poop and drinks his pee and his mom's pee.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's honestly, she's 12 years old. This whole show is completely unwatchable because there is no thread of conversation or anything. It's just people insulting each other and talking shit. Scooter is trying, it seems, to get some sort of narrative throughout this, but he is just not able to because everything he says, Amber just flips back on him and is so defensive she won't answer. And Sweet Tea, with all due respect, isn't bringing much to the party, I don't think.
What did Beck do that like was so wrong where like you are go against her? Like, just fill me in here. I don't know the story.
So I stopped talking about them for like a year and a half, and all of a sudden they came out of the woodwork because they needed money and started doing like these tell-alls about me.
I wish I could remember exactly why Beck came out. I'll put something here, but I don't think that's quite true.
Saying things about rags and this and thatsers and that and thisers, things that were exaggerated or things that were true that was nobody's business.
Amber keeps pretending she never talked about Beck and that Beck just randomly started doing tell-alls. That's not true. Amber wouldn't stop bringing Beck up, so Beck finally said, stop talking about me or I'll take legal action, and then Amber went online crying about being silenced, while also warning Beck not to talk either. The idea that Beck just popped up out of nowhere isn't true. Beck only pushed back after Amber wouldn't keep their name out of her mouth.
Yeah, that is it. God bless apathetic. That is what happened. So it's just not true that Beck did this randomly. Beck only responded because Amber was talking shit about them. And if they want to monetize their story and put it on YouTube, they can. Amber was monetizing content about them. Amber monetized content about them for like 4 years. Amber live streamed with them, made money, didn't give Beck their cut. So Beck is well within their rights to do whatever the fuck they want.
Emoji, whale emoji, whale emoji,
I-
whale emoji, whale emoji, whale emoji,
Okay.
whale emoji,
Hold
whale
on.
emoji.
Eric, heard your shit and your shit is so dumb and so false. Fuck off.
LMFAO, you were making videos saying it was Becky's fault that you didn't get help for free bleeding for 2
I
years.
literally made a video
WTF.
showing proof that
At
that was
Fallen
not
Angel
real.
16, please be respectful to Beck, had been really ill and hasn't mentioned ALR in quite a while.
Yeah, I do know she has a lot, or they, excuse me, I'm so sorry. They have a lot going on right now.
We've already done prayers, we've already done this and that. I was not the one who ever brought it back. It was you guys. So you are the one who should take the consequences. Why?
So she's trying to say here that, first of all, she goes, yeah, we've already talked about this, love and prayers, whatever it was, prayers and best wishes, da-da-da, and then carries on. Like, Beck's going through something so serious medically, and she's just dismissing it like that. But also, if we're to believe what got released when Boogie was on his gaming channel, Amber knew that this was going to be brought up about Beck by these two. So she's in on this. This whole thing is completely fake. She consented and allowed Beck's name to be brought up in this live stream. If she had an ounce of fucking class, she would say, listen, I'm not going to do this if you keep bringing this person up. They are literally going through so much crap. The last thing they need is their DMs to be filled up with people saying, oh, Amber said this about you, Amber said that about you. The last thing they fucking need, if she had even 1 inch of a brain, she would say, listen, guys, leave Beck out. And she would say it. They have meetings, right? They have a Teams thread. They've got a fucking group chat. She can just say, listen, guys, if you keep talking about Beck or if you mention Beck, that's me done. But she won't do that because she doesn't care. She's so narcissistic. Beck hurt her by revealing stuff about her. By the way, Emily revealed the same stuff, or maybe even worse, some of which never even got out. Emily told stuff about Amber that was just as bad, but because Amber's getting all her validation from her relationship with Emily, she's completely fine and has forgiven Emily for doing exactly the same thing. In fact, Emily arguably did it way worse than Beck did, I think.
Why is everything my fault? They bring up Beck, it's my fault.
Right.
You bring up Beck, it's my fault. I'm so fed up. I'm literally going to pull out my hair.
Yeah, I don't.
Piece of shit. I was with Beck for fucking 5 years, never touched them, not one time.
Amber
Yeah, because she didn't have to. She didn't touch Beck because she didn't have to. She touched Emily because Emily actually pushed back and wouldn't let her do whatever the hell she wanted. Emily is trained in dealing with people who have mental health issues. Emily knew how to disengage and disarm a narcissist, which is what Amber couldn't stand. Amber reframed that. I'm not saying Emily's absolutely reprehensible as well. The point is that Amber didn't need to be physical to Beck because Beck never pushed back. Emily did push back, and which we can see, for example, in the car video where Amber's standing outside Emily's car, Emily's not giving in. You can see why Amber did end up being physical with Emily, because she needed to. She never had to resort to that with Beck, so she didn't.
£150 and she would still be the world's most unlikable, obnoxious, narcissistic and sadistic person.
Very true. And also, if she was £150, she'd be able to drive, which would be very fucking scary. Imagine Amberlynn staring in your bedroom window, making, or your bathroom, kitchen, whatever, window, making this face. Terrifying scenes.
ALR, if you want to quit so bad, just quit. You are completely insufferable on this show. How many gifted to watch Amber have a stroke on stream?
Jesus Christ, what the
That's not cool.
Favor and get off the internet. You stopped taking about Beck after they threatened to sue. Before that you were going out of her way to talk about them. You told the Dido/proposal story unproved, after Beck announced they got a new job to embarrass.
Yes, that's what it was. Amber mentioned the story about the proposal. That was one of the things that got Beck talking. Yeah.
them.
You dumb fucking cunt. I'm allowed to say what the fuck I want about someone, but then the minute that they tell me, hey, don't talk about me, I fucking stopped, you dumb fucking bitch. Use your fucking brain. But
It's like she's just convinced herself that she's telling the truth. And she can say this with her full chest because she believes her own lies.
The fact that you want to literally talk to my ex, who will probably lie more than likely, that's going behind my back, and that's fucked up that you'd even remotely even think of that.
The fact that she's like trying to fake cry, girl, you are a known liar, so people are going to go to the other party and ask them questions because we know you lie. And every single time the other party has been consulted, they've come with proof, receipts, a far more believable story, a more palatable character, kind of, Emily not included. It's so clear that those people are telling the truth.
Well, I would want to hear their side of the story. And here's what I will say, since they are sick. I'm going to put a goal up. If we hit it, I'm going to try to make this happen. And here's what I will say. I'm willing to give my entire cut from this show as well as the interview to Beck. I will do that if we can make it happen.
So look at Amber's face there. She's trying to act like she doesn't know, but she does know. And Scooter's saying, oh, if we make this money, we'll get Beck on the show. Beck was never going to go on the show. This really is just scamming. This is a scam.
I would want them to be properly compensated because I do know they have a lot going on, and I appreciate that.
All right, what's going on?
I mean, honestly, we're doing fine. Like, Amberlynn's just upset. Like,
no, you're not. You're pushing her and pushing her and pushing her.
Yeah.
Keem jumping into scold Scooter is so fake it hurts. This is clearly scripted tension, and the acting is terrible.
Yes.
I'm not, okay. Isn't the whole point of this universe to take accountability for our past mistakes?
Yes,
I accountability in every sort of way possible.
She's got plenty of people here talking shit to her, all right? I don't know why you got to keep pushing it and pushing it.
I'm really sorry, but I cannot listen to Keemstar's voice. I'm just going to go ahead and skip.
We're at 16.
I feel real fucking bad when I don't come back and y'all are only making a penny a day.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You threaten to quit almost every single day, and we talked you off the ledge last night. Look, here's the deal. Here's the one thing I've learned from watching all of these detractor/reaction channels is that a lot of these people do care about you, or at least they started by caring about you.
Started by caring about her is true. Mr. Snowflake started by wanting to get behind Amber, and then he quickly realised that was a waste of time. If you go back, or you can't now because it's been privacy struck, but if you'd have watched my first ever video about Amber, the one with the feeder thing, I am quite defensive of Amber, and I say something about how I think that she could get out of this, and I wanted her to get out of the relationship she was in. I started by wanting the best for her. I still want the best for her in the sense that I want the best for everyone on this fucking planet, but it is very true that if you watch her and the more you engage with her, all we've done, as I've said before, is watch her own content. The more you watch her, the more you think, hang on a minute, she just said this, but before she said that doesn't add up. It's not our fault that we see the holes and that we see the flaws in her character and her disgusting behaviour and her pet's claws and her lies and her raging in front of her animals and her hitting the table and lying about her journal. There's so many things that she's done. It's not our fault as viewers. We're just viewers who view publicly, right? We're just viewers too, and we can see what she's like. I think it's cool, and I appreciate in a way that Scooter admits that he sees that reaction channels are not just horrible detractors. Somebody needs to call her on her shit. She's doing it online, so we're free to reply online.
Y'all are starting to hate on me because you know that's the moneymaker.
Yep.
What is Amberlynn's purpose to be on here other than show accountability? She keeps lying and gaslighting us. Girl, we watched your channel. Beck should be reimbursed because she is struggling.
I'm struggling too, bitch.
Amber always cries when she gets...
So now she claims that she's struggling as well. Beck should be reimbursed because they're struggling. Well, they're struggling financially. Amber just goes, I'm struggling too, bitch. Oh, so she admits that she is in financial dire straits or financial hardship, which is why she's on this show.
defensive like a little bitch when she knows she's about to get exposed. Rip Rarity, she probably... Okay, I'm not... Look, no, if I was trying to hate on you and try to get as much clout as I could, there's way worse shit I could be saying.
My question is, when I give you the answers, are you going to believe me or not?
If you can prove it, yeah. If you take accountability for where you f***ed up, yeah.
I mean, I think that's a difficult stand because if you say to somebody, I'll believe you if you can prove it, well, many things can't be proven but are still true. So I think that's not really fair. But the problem is not so much I ask you a question, can you prove it? The real question with Amber is you ask her a question. It's not, can she prove it's true? It's, has somebody else already proven that it's untrue using her own words, right? For example, they ask her at the beginning of in this show at some point about Rarity. She lies. She says that Emily left out of the back door and she's told all these different stories. However, what she's neglected to mention is that Emily's ground floor is open plan, so the back door and the front door face each other. So if she's blocking the front door, she's standing in front of the back door. She can see the back door. She could feel any cold breeze. The wind was gusting between 4 and 5 a.m. at 20.4 kilometers per hour, which counts as moderately high. Sorry, it's embarrassing that I fucking know that, but I was planning a video, which I didn't make in the end. It was windy as fuck. It was windy, it was cold. So if Amber was standing in front of the front door when Emily left out of the back door, she would have felt the breeze, she would have seen her. So Emily confirmed that she did shut that door and it was in Amber's face. She shut the door and Amber was right there. So if she hadn't have shut it properly or if it had bounced back or whatever, Amber would have seen it. So this is people's own testimonies that show that Amber is lying. So it's not a case of, Amber, can you prove that what you're saying is true? She hardly ever does that. The question is, can somebody else prove that it's not true? And the answer is often yes. And oftentimes she ends up admitting it accidentally anyway. She tells on herself. So this whole, I'll believe you if you can prove it, it's a bit of a dodgy way to deal with Amberlynn Reid. But why would Scooter know that? He's not in Go World. I think he's trying to learn. I'm very curious to see which way this is going to go. But if he's any more pushy than he already has been, she probably will leave. But not until the 2nd of February when she gets her channel back, allegedly.
Yeah.
I'll send you the tea. I'll send you the tea behind the scenes about the money, especially.
But I also feel like Beck deserves the chance to give their side of the story.
Oh, also about the money, there's all kinds of financial stuff between her and Emily as well. Like, she owes Emily money too, just to be clear. She wouldn't let Emily use her bank card when Emily was driving her back home. She said that she didn't trust her bank card to be used. She's always like apparently scared that her bank card's going to get lost or stolen or have fraud on it or whatever. So Emily paid for everything, and Amber didn't pay her back. In a text conversation to Emily, Amber said, oh, don't book the more expensive flights that have the cancellation clause. Book the cheaper flights, because Amber was going to pay for it. So Emily booked the cheaper flights, which didn't have the cancellation clause. And then Amber said later on in those text messages, I haven't seen these, by the way, but I was told that they existed ages ago. Amber then said, oh, sorry, I've got to pay rent. I can't actually pay for those flights right now. I'll pay you later. And then she never did. So it was gas, food, all of this stuff, according to Emily. So this is not the only ex that Amber owes money to as well, just to be clear on that.
J8Z super chatted 19. If Emily isn't a feeder, why did you say she likes her women 1000 plus and immobile?
Anyways, so Scooter.
Also, why did you write out of your journal that Emily only wants to feed you and make you fatter, and that she woke you up with Buffalo Wild Wing?
Fuck. Alright.
The feederism stuff is so complicated, and I think nobody really wants to have that conversation. I don't know the truth. All I know for sure is that Emily is absolutely into huge immobile women. Whether she actually gets off on specifically watching them eat and feeding them, I don't know if that's true. I've seen some quite good proof that it's not true, to be honest, so I don't know if it's true either way, but it kind of doesn't matter, because whether she likes to specifically watch them eat and chew and swallow makes kind of no difference, because she likes them giant anyway. So, you know, if you like massive people, whether you get off specifically to eating or not, you still do get off to eating, because the eating is what's made the person that size, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a negligible difference. Whether she brought her Buffalo Wild Wings or not, it doesn't really matter. What matters more is the fact that she's still into people who are going to die from eating. So that is wrong, regardless of the specific intricacies of her specific kink. She still likes Amber because of her size, and will ignore her crazy, awful, evil, toxic personality because she can't find legs that big anywhere else. That's my analysis. That's how it seems anyway.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm having Buffalo Wild Wings after this, and you're probably pissed off that you can't have any because you're poor as
Don't let her fool you. This isn't Amber just giving the same energy back to this viewer, or a slip of the tongue. This is a gross pattern of hers. She has a documented history of using money and food as a way to shame people. Like when her idea of spilling some tea was letting everyone know that someone she knew wasn't losing weight because they were trying, but because they couldn't afford food.
I've never been to Buffalo Wild Wings, but I like that other one.
I mean, it's just an example of projection, right? She grew up in an area, in a life where food was scarce and she didn't have enough money. So to her, that would have formed her insecurity and be a part of her deep insecurities about herself, which are often often formed in childhood. So her turning around and insulting somebody else because they can't afford food is exactly a projection of, you know, her own insecurities onto someone else. It's just so classic and obvious.
They tell me you can't compare yourself to Anne Frank, who also has a diary, because everything you write in your diary isn't true. But that's something I put in my diary, but they believe it because it's to fit their fucking stupid narrative.
Tommy Amber's current girlfriend, they have a confirmed kill. Discord isn't safe with
I
Tommy
want you
the
to
oxygen
ask
mask.
me questions and tell me yes. I'll tell you yes or no.
Tweet T is a sellout. ALR holding the show over their head just like she held money over Beck's.
Oh my.
It's so funny how they mute her, but I think it's the right thing to do. These people have paid to have their message read out, so you have to mute her because she won't shut the fuck up. It's quite funny watching her get angry at being muted. Girl, sometimes your voice isn't the only thing that needs to be heard.
God, mute me again. Silence me one more time on my mother show, bitch.
Thank you for the
You'll
5,
be
Lumpy.
nothing without me.
Yeah, they were
Dude,
talking
if you're
nothing.
talking over the donos, I'm going to mute you. I told you that.
The turtle girl, Beck, right? Is she like a bad person or is she like a good person?
Imagine having such a black and white view of the world that you say, hey, this individual, are they a good person or are they a bad person? I do not believe in good people or bad people. There's just no understanding of the shades of grey. Anyway, I can't stand Keemstar's existence, so I am going to skip him. Let's go to a bit where he's not in.
Amber's about to get checked.
She doesn't even have a fucking heater because she's a scammer. I'm gonna keep her son nice and warm. I'm gonna keep her son nice and warm. Me and Albert gonna go to the gym.
You're a doxing bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry that you're even having to watch this. She's a single amputee. I thought she was a double amputee. She's not. It's just the one leg.
Baby.
Scamming, doxing bitch.
I can wipe my own. Shut up, sweetie. No one's talking to you, treasure troll.
Get
I'm gonna have a
everyone
whole
to
heart
do it
attack.
at Fat Cam. Hire one to come
Listen
to
here.
location.
Don't worry about it.
Amberlynn
It's gonna be
having
all right.
tantrums because she has no control of the situation. She'll be gone by February 2nd.
Amber,
No, I'm
please.
literally done. And Tina better watch out because I'm gonna be keeping her son warm. Baby. Once you go fat, you never go back.
That's
Hold
right.
on, fat bitch. You ain't never had no dick. First, you gotta learn how to wash your snatch. You listen here, shut the
One sack, one sack, one sack.
All. But Beck is shady as hell. They did use Amber, watch the old vlogs, Amber spoiled them. Took care of them months after the breakup, and Beck only comes back to the internet when they need dollar.
The way she's like dancing out of happiness. Amber did pay for Beck's lifestyle because she manipulated Beck into quitting their job and because she required constant round-the-clock care. So if you make an agreement with somebody and they say, you quit your job, I'll pay for everything, but you're going to do X, Y, Z for me, that's an agreement. That's not using somebody. That's what you signed up for. So yeah, oh man, this whole thing is like, this is horrendous. I forgot that this bit was in this episode, but yeah, the fact that they're even talking about Beck, mentioning Beck is so bad. Beck just wants to be left the fuck alone.
Amber is in the right here.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
Keem's
you.
still there.
After washing your dingleberries from your asshole, you should be paying them.
I mean, that's an extremely brash way of saying it, but like low key, yeah.
You're washing your ass on the counter?
Yo.
Dog on a rug?
Tina
You
cooked
pay
your-
them good money, bitch. You
Oh
shut up,
my
screw it.
God.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Tina
Yeah,
cooks your ass, Amber. That was
if you
funny
love
as
somebody,
shit.
you're gonna take care of them.
Sweet tea, you can't even take care of nothing. You look like the cat in the hat with your little fucking gloves on.
Tina,
Shut
the
the
only
fuck
way
up.
you fucking make money now is if you have someone else. You are nothing. You are nothing. You're nothing but a scammer. Nothing but a
making
scammer.
money, bitch. You fucking ate the first plate. Shut up. Shut up.
You.
Get up and shake that.
I do have to say there is something kind of cathartic about watching somebody just shout "shut up" over and over to Amber.
Back. Get up there and shake that back.
you.
Come on, shake what your mama gave you. Come on,
Tina
girl,
sure
get up
knows
there.
how to fucking
Stand up,
shake.
thrust your back. Back
I've seen
to
Tina
get up
twerk
there,
a couple
shake that ass.
times.
There you go. Holy f***, there's a hurricane. Shut the f***. Look at that big leg. You got legs like Boogie.
You know what? When she puts her arms down, like, so for example, I happen to have paused exactly the right moment. Look at her arm. Her arm is back the whole way and it's just above the top of her waist. This shows that she could not wipe. She, in fact, could not wipe. Not in the traditional way. Could she wipe? Could she wipe through the front? Maybe, but that's a really good way to get a UTI. Nobody should be wiping back to front. This is just like, just babble. Like, what is happening? Oh man, this is just going down the fucking toilet.
Oh God, okay, what, dude, we're getting out of control. Fuck up, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on here?
2 legs.
I got 2 legs too, bitch. Hey.
That was it. Did you see that? At least I got 2 legs, bitch. Crazy ableism.
But I can kick mine. Can you kick your big legs, bitch? Ain't no water holding me down.
Off of my broken chair, bitch.
For the hostage in your pant leg. Shut up. Don't do
Get
it.
the out of here.
Make me! Make me! And I'm stealing her Hershey Kisses back. I'm gonna lick all your Hershey Kisses.
Kick her now or I'm
God.
leaving. Kick her now or I'm leaving.
What? No, you're not gonna run away.
Hey, I'm the cream in your face, Amber. Don't f with me.
So you want to have sex with me? Ooh!
I ain't never had a fat
Amber,
girl, but
you
I'll
were
tell you
right.
what. Them 2 midgets in your pant legs look warm.
Why does she you know she's staring at herself throughout this. She loves looking at herself and like look at Tina right now.
You steal your mother's french fries, you think you're a hamburglar now, right?
I think it would be
Marvel
great.
334 super chatted $19.
Beck should come onto this show so they can make things right,
No,
though.
Beck should not.
Yeah, they
Beck doesn't need to make things right. Beck has said everything they needed to say on their own channel. Beck is Amber's victim. Asking Beck to come on a show with Amber, why would they ever do that? This is a complete farce to try and get money out of the audience, and Amber knows it. They all know it. This is so bad.
should. Dude, even Keem agrees with this. You need to take accountability for this.
It's me or Beck.
What is that supposed to mean?
It's me or Beck.
Amberlynn, if you can actually wipe, show us how it's done once and for all. Physics exist and you cannot defy them if your arms are too short to reach. Prove us and Beck wrong already.
Listen, the physics for me, my arm has to be pushed by the toilet. Does that make sense?
Dude, the entire...
No, that doesn't make sense. Pushed by the toilet, what? But by the toilet... Am I seriously getting into this? By the cistern behind you, you have to squeeze your arm against that to hold it back so you can... This is crazy. We already know this is not the case. So she's just grasping at straws to try and describe how she can do this. We all know she can't do it.
Chad is spamming Beck.
Look at you are making me the devil.
I'm
you
not...
are literally... This is reactive
You are doing
abuse.
that to yourself.
Yeah, she is doing it to herself.
You're literally doing that to yourself by acting this way.
Wait until you make no money next week because I will not be here.
Can you stop threatening to quit? It's honestly getting old at this point, dude. Like it's...
I want you to block the name Beck.
I'm not
in the
doing that.
chat.
I'm not
It's
doing that.
doxing.
No,
It's
no,
doxing.
no. I'm
Not
not
cool.
doing that. I am not doing... So you can talk about Beck, but nobody else can.
It's not doxing. Beck's channel is literally called Beck. Kind of good, kind of Beck. Scooter does manage to get some one-liners in here, like he just did there. Also, you can talk about Beck, but no one else can. He's saying what needs to be said, sort of.
Is that what I'm supposed to understand?
I'm so f***ing done with this hypocrisy bullshit.
It's so rich for you to f***ing say hypocrisy.
At
I'm
Nikki
sorry.
Don't let her talk to you like that, Tina. Lymphedema Lynn doesn't have 2 legs. She has 2 giant California redwoods for legs. Wood emoji, leafless tree emoji, evergreen tree emoji. At Pistachio Green super chatted $19.09. Amberlynn doesn't need this money. She's CEO at the typing factory. Show some respect. If she isn't a figure, why did you say that Emily asked you to get 40 chicken nuggets? If the diary of Anne Frank is as accurate as yours, then by your own logic, her wanting to feed you and make you fatter is the truth.
Okay, so that is an incredibly accurate, well-argued, very, very good point. You can see by Amber's face she doesn't take it well, but that is a great point, okay? Let's see how Amber responds to that reasonable, fair analysis.
You only want to believe what you want to believe. I'm done with this abuse.
No, it's not abuse. First, I'm done with this abuse. It's not abuse, first of all. The fact that she would call it abuse so easily shows that any other time that she's accused anybody of abuse, she would do it this easily as well. She says, you want to believe what you want to believe? No. You said your diaries are accurate. Then you said, inside your diary, which you claim was accurate, that Emily brought you 40 nuggets. So is it true or is it not true? Did you lie about the nuggets or did you lie about the diary being accurate? This is what she can't answer it because she will not admit to a lie. Both of those two things cannot be true at the same time. So instead of giving an answer, a reasonable answer, she just says, you want to believe what you want to believe. Okay, so what's the actual answer then? Nothing. This is, I imagine, how she handles a reasonable discussion in person as well, which is quite scary.
Done.
What's the chances, Amberlynn, do you think that Beck would actually come on the show?
Who fucking knows? If you're willing to give them any sort of money, they'll do anything.
You just
got... It's a fucking liver boob. It's a fucking liver boob. What are you gonna do about it, bitches?
What?
Amber took money from Beck after her mother died and held everything she did for Beck over Beck's head. Amber is an abuser.
Don't ever speak of my name again. Block my name in the chat. Block. You guys, this is reactive abuse, and what you have done is fucked up. You've done nothing but gaslight and hurt me since I joined this show. You have used
Oh my god, why didn't Scooter mute her for this one, Jesus?
me for money. I'm... Shut the up. No one cares.
Jesus Christ, dude. Can you
just... don't stink. Neither do my farts. Bye.
What? Oh, for Christ's sake.
And there it is. She storms off, says she's done, says she's quitting, like this is some dramatic mic drop moment, but let's be real. We'll see her next stream.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause there, but they did see her next stream, and I think I'm going to watch that one next and quickly get myself caught up. But yeah, she came straight back. So that entire stream where they're talking, it doesn't show it in this video, but they made the goal to get Beck on the show. So all of that money should really be refunded because they did it thinking that there was a chance that Beck was going to come on the show. Beck was never going to come on the show, and they all knew it, and Amber knew it. She will leave as soon as she possibly can, I'm sure. The moment she gets her monetization back, she'll be back on her channel where she can control the narrative a little bit better, which is why she needed reaction channels. There is something satisfying about watching her get pushback from Scooter, even though it's not enough. Okay, well, thanks for watching. That was fun-ish, kind of. Also sort of horrible. But yeah, the Beck stuff, like, my god, just stop talking about Beck, please. It's not that long until we find out if Amber will be back on her own channel, so let's have our fingers crossed that that does happen, maybe, or not. I don't really fucking know. I think there is more to Amberlynn's story, and I don't think that it's going to end in the LCU. I think she probably will get back on her own channel eventually. Okay, that's the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.